Hey guys, welcome back to the Good Guy Corner for part three of making sense of anger that doesn't make sense. All right. So I want to ask you, what happens when you're sick? How does your wife treat you? I hope that she's nice and she dotes on you and does everything to make you more comfortable. And unfortunately, my husband has not really had that kind of wife. Here's the truth. It's been baffling to both of us for our whole marriage. I get upset when he's sick. Now, in my defense, I'm not talking about emergency type of sick. I'm talking about the normal cold, cough, stay in bed, feeling kind of miserable kind of stuff, right? And it doesn't happen very often. He's really a healthy guy. And so this is part of the reason why it's taken so long for me to figure out why it's such an issue for me. I'd like to think that I'm just still kind of a beginner at it because it has happened so infrequently. But still, it has happened repeatedly when he's sick. And it brings out the worst in me, and neither of us like it. So I've done a lot of introspection about this, and I've uncovered some parts of it that have really helped me to gain some important understanding. And I'm hoping that it will help you too. So that's why I'm sharing it here. All right. So I get upset when my husband is sick because of two reasons. Well, I've uncovered these two reasons. There might be more yet to uncover, but today I'm going to talk about these two. All right. So, reason number one, I get upset when he's sick because I expect myself to know what to do, and yet I don't actually know what to do. So I have this identity for myself that I'm a person who knows how to take care of my family. But the truth is that when someone is sick, I don't actually know what to do. And that is upsetting to me. My family is my most important priority. So I think I should know how to best take care of them, right? Well, it sounds silly as I say it here. I can't possibly know exactly what to do in each scenario. But somewhere along the line, I adopted that belief and I didn't even know that it was there until I started becoming more aware of myself and how I act when my husband is sick. So now that I'm aware of this, I question it and I ask myself, what if it's okay to not know? What if it's okay to just ask him what he needs or how can I help? Why do I think that I need to just know? And maybe I also need to ask somebody else for help or advice or something, depending on what the sickness is or what the scenario is. And that's another belief that I uncovered with all of this is that I shouldn't have to ask for help. I should just know. And it's crazy now that I've seen it. But before uncovering it, I just believed it was true. I should just know how to help him. And I let that create this internal battle with myself. Like on one hand, thinking I should just know what to do. On the other hand, I'm being realistic with myself that, but I don't. I go back and forth, but I should know, but I don't know. And so no wonder why I was upset. I was fighting with reality and I was fighting with myself. So becoming aware of this has made a powerful difference for me. So that's reason number one. I was expecting myself to just know what to do, and I didn't. And then reason number two, why I get upset when he is sick, is because I sense a loss of freedom when he's sick. So, freedom is an important thing for humans to be able to have the freedom to make decisions and this really goes a lot along with the part one where I talked about underlying expectations that we don't really even know are there until they aren't met, right? Go back to episode 19, part one of this series, where I talked about that. So for me, I thought I knew how the day was going to go until he got sick. And then I felt a loss of freedom because I was thinking, now I have to take care of him. Now I have to figure this out. Now I don't know what's going to happen with my day. And it's crazy, right? And let's remember, we're talking about anger or upset that doesn't make sense to us on the face of it. So this is crazy. This doesn't make sense, but I'm pulling it apart so that it does make sense. Because here's the person that I care most about in the whole world. Of course, I want to help him and take care of him, except when I'm believing the wrong sentences in my mind, like I should just know what to do, or now I have to change my plans, I have to take care of him, right? So I talked about the have tos, believing I have to, in episode 3. So this is a reminder about that, or if you haven't listened to it, or if you need more, go back to that episode to review that. All right. It's such a powerful shift to change that one word from I have to I choose to. Because, of course, in this situation, when my husband is sick, I want to choose to care for him and give him the attention and find out how I can best help, right? But if I'm thinking these other things, they get in the way of me being able to be present with him. So, just to review, there was reason number 1 that I was expecting myself to know what to do. And I want to ask you here, when have you expected yourself to know things that you didn't know? Right? That gets in the way of us finding out and asking people and pursuing all the different options when we think that we just have to already know. So start paying attention to that, because it is very upsetting. It makes us upset. It makes us angry, ticked, when we expect ourselves to know things that we don't know. So again, this is about awareness. So just start becoming more aware of that. When do you expect yourself to know things that you just don't know? And then reason 2, to review, is that I sensed a loss of freedom when he's sick by believing I have to help him. I have to figure this out. I have to, all the have tos. I have to change my plans rather than I choose to. So pay closer attention to those times when you're telling yourself, I have to, but you're actually wanting to choose to if you reframe that for yourself. So again, like all of the things that I teach you, this is best used to get curious about yourself, what's going on with you, and then making space for recognizing these types of things might be going on for my wife, or might be going on for my boss or my coworkers. These are all just opportunities to increase the awareness of when those scenarios happen where somebody is angry or somebody is upset. And to me, this does not make sense, right? When it's baffling, these are some opportunities to look for these different ways that might be playing a part that can just help with understanding of all of it. And so I hope that as I'm sharing more of my humanness here, that this has been helpful for you to learn, right? I'm just here to help, and I'm certainly just another human on this journey who has learned a few things that have been useful for me, and that's why I'm wanting to share it. So I'm Coach Mimi, and I'll be here next time in the Good Guy Corner.